To watch your own body fade is a silent pain that many carry. You feel it, a weakness that wasn't there before, a fear of what is to come. But this is not an ending, it is a message. Do not click away. The answer is not a pill or a fad, but a profound shift in understanding. Stay until the end, because the way you see your own strength is about to be completely transformed. Empty vessel. There is a feeling that can visit us as the years pass. It is not always a loud announcement. Often it is a quiet whisper. The jar that was once easy to open now resists. The stairs that were once a simple path now feel like a small mountain to be climbed. We look in the mirror and see not the vibrant self we remember, but a reflection that seems softer, less defined. This feeling, this observation of the body's slow fading, is a profound and often unspoken grief for many. It is the awareness of what some call sarcopenia, the gradual loss of our muscle, our physical substance. We see it as our vitality, our very foundation, slowly turning to sand and slipping through our fingers, and the mind can react with panic, with fear. It sees a future of dependency, of fragility, of being unable to carry our own bodies through the world with the confidence we once knew. This fear is understandable. It comes from a place of deep attachment to our identity, to our sense of self, which is so interwoven with our physical capabilities. But I want to propose a different way of seeing this experience. What if this disappearing act of our muscles is not an attack? What if it is not a sign that your body is failing you, but rather a message that it is sending you? The body is an incredible system of communication. Every sensation, every change is a form of information. A pain is a signal to stop. A feeling of energy is a signal that you are in harmony. And this feeling of a weakening vessel, this emptying, what is it trying to say? Perhaps it is telling us that the way we have been living, the way we have been inhabiting our physical form is no longer serving us. It is an invitation to listen more closely. In our modern world, we are often disconnected from our physical selves. We spend our days sitting, our minds occupied by screens and thoughts, treating the body as little more than a vehicle to carry the head from one room to another. We demand that it works, but we do not participate in its life. We forget to move it, to challenge it, to feel its presence. And so, the body in its wisdom begins to shed what is not being used. It is like a tree in a long drought that sheds its outer leaves to conserve energy for its core. Your body is not trying to become weak. It is adapting to a life of non-use. It is crying out for attention, for engagement, for a renewal of the sacred contract between mind and physical form. So the first step is not to panic, but to become still and listen. To feel this emptiness not as a void, but as an open space waiting to be filled with new awareness. The problem we face is not simply a nutritional one, nor is it purely physical. It is a problem of the spirit, of attention. We have been taught to fight aging, to view it as an enemy to be defeated. This mindset puts us in a constant state of war with our own nature. But what if we chose a different path? What if we saw aging not as a decay, but as a change in seasons? A winter, perhaps, that requires a different kind of care, a different kind of strength than the summer of our youth. The strength required now is not the explosive power of a young athlete, but the deep, resilient strength of an old tree, a tree whose roots run deep, whose trunk is solid, whose presence is immovable, even if it no longer grows as quickly. To cultivate this strength, we must first change our mind. We must cease our battle and begin a partnership. Your body is not betraying you. It is calling you home. It is asking you to inhabit it fully once more before you can begin to rebuild. Mountain stillness. Consider a great mountain. Its strength does not come from frantic movement. It does not wrestle with the wind or struggle against the rain. Its power lies in its profound stillness, its deep-rooted connection to the earth. For centuries it stands, a testament to enduring strength. This is the quality of strength we must seek as we navigate the later seasons of our life. It is not the flashy, explosive power of a firework, but the quiet, immense power of gravity, of being fully present and grounded in our own form. The disappearance of muscle is, in many ways, the feeling of becoming unrooted. We feel lighter, less substantial, more easily swayed by the winds of life and illness. The task then is to become like the mountain, to re-establish our roots. This is not achieved by an aggressive assault on the gym, but by cultivating a state of mindful presence within the body. This process begins with the breath. Your breath is the bridge between the mind and the body. It is the constant rhythmic anchor that can bring you back to the present moment. So often, our breathing is shallow, hurried, and afterthought. We live in our chests, in the upper part of our lungs, which is connected to the fight or flight response. To reconnect with your body's deep strength, you must learn to breathe into your center, your core. Sit quietly. Place your hands on your lower abdomen below the navel. And as you inhale, imagine you are filling a vessel deep within your core. Feel your hands rise. As you exhale, feel them fall. Do not force it. Simply guide your awareness there. This simple act, practiced for even 5 minutes a day, begins to shift your entire nervous system from a state of alarm to a state of calm, deep presence. You are telling your body, I am here, I am home. From this place of centered breathing, you can begin to extend your awareness throughout your entire physical form. Close your eyes and simply feel your feet on the floor. Feel the points of contact, the pressure, the texture of the ground beneath you. Acknowledge your foundation. Then slowly, let your awareness travel upwards like water rising. Feel your legs, your seat on the chair, the length of your spine. Can you feel your own back? Not just think about it, but truly feel its presence. Can you feel the space your shoulders occupy? This is not an exercise in thinking. It is an exercise in pure sensing. In doing this, you are waking up the dormant pathways of communication between your brain and your muscles. You are reminding your body of its own geography, its own existence. Muscles that have not been spoken to for years begin to receive a signal. They begin to awaken from their slumber. This practice of stillness is the necessary soil in which new strength can grow. If you simply throw seeds, in this case nutrition, onto hard, unprepared ground, nothing will happen. You must first till the soil. You must aerate it with your breath and water it with your attention. The stillness of the mountain is an active state. It is a state of immense contained energy. By cultivating this inner stillness, you create the optimal environment for healing and rebuilding. Your body shifts from a catabolic state, a state of breaking down, to an anabolic state, a state of building up. And it does so not out of stress or fear, but out of a deep, calm centeredness. Before you can think about what to eat, you must first learn how to be in your body, be present, be still. From this stillness, all meaningful action and true nourishment can arise. You become the mountain, and your muscles become the unshakable rock, solid and enduring. Nightly ritual. The rhythm of the universe is one of cycles. Day and night, summer and winter, action and rest. In our modern lives, we have done much to erase these cycles. We have electric lights that turn night into day, and we work and worry long after the sun has set. We treat the night as merely an inconvenient pause in our activity, but in doing so, we ignore one of the most powerful opportunities for healing and regeneration that nature provides. The night is not an empty space. It is the sacred time when the body does its most profound work of repair. During the day, we are in a state of expenditure. We move, we think, we digest, we interact. All of these activities use energy and create a small amount of damage, of wear and tear in the body. The night is when the quiet, diligent crew comes out to clean, to mend, and to rebuild. Think of it like a temple. During the day, it is filled with visitors and activity. By the end of the day, there is dust. Things are out of place. It is only when the doors are closed and the temple is empty and silent that the caretakers can come in to sweep the floors, polish the wood, and restore the sanctity of the space. Your body is this temple. Sleep is the time when the doors are closed to the outside world. This is when the hormonal environment shifts dramatically. Growth hormone is released, inflammation is reduced, and the cellular processes of repair, known as autophagy, are switched on. This is when the microscopic tears in your muscles are mended, making them stronger. It is when your brain cleanses itself of metabolic byproducts. To ignore the sanctity of this period, to enter it in a state of stress or with a body unprepared, is to prevent the caretakers from doing their vital work. The transition into this sacred time of night, therefore, should not be an accident. It should not be something you fall into from a state of exhaustion after staring at a bright screen. It should be a gentle, deliberate ritual. An hour or so before you intend to sleep, begin to downshift the energy of your day. Dim the lights in your home. This sends a powerful signal to your brain to begin producing melatonin, the hormone of sleep and darkness. Turn off the sources of agitated information, the news, the stressful emails, the intense dramas. Instead, perhaps you listen to calm music. Perhaps you engage in the practice of stilling the mind that we have spoken of. Or perhaps you read something that nourishes the spirit rather than agitates it. You are preparing the temple for the nightly restoration. What we do in this transitional period, what we consume, both mentally and physically, has a disproportionate impact on the quality of the repair work that will be done. To enter sleep with a mind full of worry is to ask the caretakers to work in the middle of a loud, chaotic storm. They cannot be effective. To enter sleep with a body that lacks the necessary materials for repair is to ask them to build with no bricks and no mortar. This is where the idea of eating before bed moves from a simple nutritional tip to a profound act of self-care. It is not about filling the stomach. It is about mindfully providing the body with the specific resources it will need for its sacred nightly task of rebuilding the physical self. The ritual is the vessel for the action. The mindset turns a simple snack into a powerful gesture of partnership with your own body's deepest wisdom. Building blocks. Now we arrive at the central question of the food itself. After preparing the mind through stillness and honoring the night as a time for repair, what are the actual building blocks we should provide? The modern world offers a universe of complex answers, isolated powders, engineered bars, supplements with unpronounceable names. But the wisdom we seek is often found not in complexity, but in simplicity. What does the body truly need to rebuild the substance of muscle? The answer is protein. But let us not use this clinical word. Let us think of it as life essence. It is the very material from which your physical structure is woven. Amino acids, the components of protein, are not just abstract chemicals. They are the fundamental letters of the alphabet that your body uses to write the story of its own form. When you provide these, especially before the nightly repair cycle, you are handing the builders their bricks and mortar. The need for these building blocks becomes more acute as we age. In youth, the body is a remarkably efficient factory, able to build and repair with great vigor. As the seasons of life change, this factory becomes a little less efficient. The signal to build muscle, a process called muscle protein synthesis, becomes a little quieter. It requires a more direct and clear instruction. Providing a readily available source of these amino acids before sleep acts as that clear instruction. It says to the body, tonight we build. The materials are here. The intention is set. It helps to counteract the natural tendency towards a catabolic or breaking down state overnight, tipping the scales back towards an anabolic or building up state. This simple act can be a powerful lever in shifting the entire balance of your physical well-being. So, what does this look like in a practical sense? It does not mean eating a heavy, burdensome meal that will disrupt your sleep and tax your digestion. That would be counterproductive, like asking the repair crew to work while the kitchen is still in a state of chaos. The key is to choose something that is both rich in these life essences and gentle on the system. It should be light, warm, and easily digestible. Think of a small bowl of warm, well-cooked lentils or chickpeas, perhaps with a touch of calming spice like turmeric or ginger. Think of a handful of soaked almonds or walnuts. Another beautiful option is a warm drink made from soy milk or almond milk, which are plant-based and provide these building blocks in a gentle form. Even a simple, well-made bone broth, if it aligns with your choices, is an ancient tradition for providing restorative nutrients. The focus here is on wholeness and gentleness. These are not aggressive, isolated chemicals. They are foods that the body has understood for millennia. The warmth itself is an important component. A warm food or drink is calming to the nervous system. It is pre-digested to a degree, requiring less work from your body. It is a gesture of kindness to your inner systems. You are not forcing the body, you are coaxing it. You are not commanding it, you are cooperating with it. The goal is to provide these essential building blocks in a form that is an invitation, not a demand. This small, mindful offering before you enter the sanctity of sleep can become one of the most powerful signals you send to your physical form, a declaration that you are an active and loving participant in your own renewal. Mindful consumption. We have spoken of preparing the mind and selecting the right building materials, but there is a crucial element that bridges the two: the act of consumption itself. How you eat is just as important, if not more so, than what you eat. In our world of constant distraction, we have lost the art of mindful consumption. We eat while watching television, while scrolling through our phones, while standing over the kitchen sink, our minds 1,000 miles away. When we do this, we are merely fueling the machine. We are not truly nourishing the self. The digestive system is intimately connected to our state of mind. When we are stressed, anxious, or distracted, the body diverts blood and energy away from digestion towards the muscles, preparing for a fight or flight that never comes. The food sits in the stomach, undigested, and the nutrients within it are not properly absorbed. You can eat the most perfect food in the world, but if you do so in a state of distraction, its gifts will be lost. Therefore, the act of taking your gentle, warm, protein-rich nourishment before bed must itself be a part of the ritual. It must be a practice of meditation. Prepare your small meal or drink with care and attention. Notice the textures, the smells. When it is ready, do not consume it immediately. Sit with it. Take a moment to feel gratitude. Gratitude for the earth that provided the ingredients, for the hands that brought it to you, and for your own body, this incredible vessel that is about to receive it. This small pause changes everything. It shifts the body into a parasympathetic state, the rest and digest state. It sends a signal to your stomach and intestines. Be ready, a gift is coming, prepare to receive it fully. This state of calm receptivity is the key to unlocking the full potential of the food. Now consume it slowly. Do not rush. With each sip or spoonful, be fully present. How does it feel in your mouth? What is the temperature? What is the texture? Follow its journey as it enters your body. This is not some strange esoteric practice. It is the most natural way of being. It is how we would eat if we were not conditioned by a world of hurry. By focusing your full attention on the act of eating, you are engaging in a profound dialogue with your body. You are unifying your mind's intention with the physical reality of nourishment. The food ceases to be an external object and becomes a part of you, integrated with love and attention. This level of presence magnifies the beneficial effects of the nutrients 100-fold. It ensures that the building blocks you have so carefully chosen are actually received and utilized by the cells that are crying out for them. This practice transforms a mundane act into a sacred one. Your small pre-sleep meal becomes a sacrament, a tangible expression of your commitment to self-care and self-respect. It reinforces the message you are sending to your entire being. I value you. I will care for you. I will participate in your strength. When this becomes your habit, the results extend far beyond muscle preservation. Your digestion improves. Your sleep deepens. Your mind becomes calmer. You are healing your relationship with food, with your body, and with the present moment. You are remembering that to nourish the body is to nourish the soul, and that the simplest acts, when performed with full awareness, hold the greatest power. Do not underestimate the profound transformation that can come from simply changing how you eat. Gentle flow. The body cannot be rebuilt by materials alone. A pile of bricks and mortar does not become a wall without the work of a mason. Similarly, the life essence, the protein you consume, needs an invitation to be woven into the fabric of your muscles. That invitation comes in the form of gentle, mindful movement. The idea is not to exhaust the body before sleep, but to gently awaken the very tissues you wish to nourish. This movement creates a subtle increase in blood flow to the muscles, opening up the pathways for the nutrients to be delivered directly where they are needed most. It is like opening the gates of a city to welcome a revered guest. The movement tells the muscles, prepare to receive. A gift is on its way. This completes the cycle. You set the intention, you provide the materials, and now you guide those materials to their destination. This is not a time for strenuous exercise. Heavy lifting or intense cardio before bed can overstimulate the nervous system, making sleep difficult and working against the calming ritual we have been cultivating. Instead, the movement should be like a gentle, flowing river. Think of simple, slow stretching, reaching your arms towards the sky, feeling a gentle extension through your sides, bending forward slowly with soft knees, allowing the spine to release, twisting gently from side to side as if you are wringing out the tensions of the day from your core. Each movement should be coordinated with your breath, inhaling as you expand and lengthen, exhaling as you contract and release. This becomes a moving meditation, a prayer in motion. Practices from ancient traditions like Qigong or Tai Chi are perfectly suited for this purpose. These art forms are designed to cultivate and move energy, or qi, through the body. The movements are slow, deliberate, and graceful. They simultaneously calm the mind while gently stimulating the physical form. Simple Qigong movements like lifting the sky or cloud hands can be learned easily and practiced for just 10 to 15 minutes as part of your nightly ritual. They do not strain the muscles, they activate them. They improve circulation, increase body awareness, and prepare the entire system for a night of deep, restorative rest and repair. It creates a gentle hunger in the muscles for the nutrients you are about to consume. This practice of gentle flow, when combined with mindful nourishment, creates a powerful synergy. You are no longer treating the body as a collection of separate parts, a digestive system, a muscular system, a nervous system. You are addressing it as the integrated, intelligent whole that it is. The movement speaks to the muscles, the mind's calm focus speaks to the nerves, and the gentle food speaks to the cells. It is a holistic approach to a problem that is too often viewed through a narrow mechanical lens. Your strength is not just the size of your muscles, it is the quality of communication within your own being. It is the grace with which you move, the stillness you can hold, and the loving attention with which you care for your own physical temple. This gentle flow is the final, unifying piece of the ritual, ensuring the building blocks you provide find their true home. Lasting strength. In the end, what we are truly seeking is not just the preservation of muscle mass. That is merely the surface, the outer expression of a deeper longing. What we seek is a sense of integrity. We want to feel whole, capable, and at home in our own skin as we walk through all the seasons of our life. The fear of our muscles disappearing is the fear of becoming disconnected, of our physical self no longer reflecting our inner vitality. The path to lasting strength, therefore, is not a frantic battle against time, but a gentle, loving process of reconnection. It is about transforming our relationship with our body from one of master and servant to one of equal partners in the journey of life. This partnership is built on listening, on respect, and on consistent mindful care. The nightly ritual we have explored, of finding stillness, of choosing gentle nourishment, of mindful consumption, and of flowing movement, is a powerful expression of this partnership. It is a daily practice that rebuilds not only the tissues of the body, but the bonds of trust between mind and form. It changes the narrative from "my body is failing me" to "my body is communicating with me and I am listening." This shift in perspective is the most potent medicine of all. The strength that grows from this place is not brittle or vain. It is a supple, resilient strength. It is the strength to not only climb the stairs, but to do so with grace. It is the strength to not only carry our groceries, but to feel grounded and stable as we do so. It is a strength that emanates from a core of peace and self-awareness. So do not see this as just another health tip to add to a long list of duties. See it as an invitation to a more profound way of living within yourself. The food you eat before bed is a symbol. It is the physical manifestation of your intention to honor and support your body's natural wisdom. It is a small act of kindness that ripples outwards, influencing the quality of your sleep, the clarity of your mind, and the deep, enduring foundation of your physical being. You are not fighting a war against aging. You are learning to dance with it, to meet its changes with wisdom, care, and a quiet, unshakable strength that, like the mountain, comes from being deeply, peacefully, and fully present. This is the path, not a quick fix, but a deep practice. Not a battle, but a partnership. By honoring the needs of your body, you honor the vessel that carries you through this world. And in doing so, you cultivate a strength that cannot be measured in pounds or inches, but is felt in every step, in every breath, in every moment of your precious life. It is the strength of wholeness. For years, I've been so scared of getting older and weaker. I felt like my body was a stranger and I was just fighting a losing battle against it every day. Your words, it's like you gave me permission to stop fighting and start listening instead. Tonight, for the first time, I made myself a warm drink and just sat with it quietly before bed. I almost cried. It felt like I was finally being kind to myself. Thank you for not just giving a fix, but for giving a whole new way to see my own life.